Hello, today we're on day 2 of our 32 days of sensory play. It's Oobleck, definitely my favorite. So you've got what you need to make it, which is basically just corn flour. This is like $1.50 or $1.30 from Coles, Woolworths. How to make it, and then different play ideas. So we've got our poster. This hasn't been on the website for a while. So we're going to put it in the Oobleck in a Ziploc bag and then play I Spy. So I will do that soon. I've just got a takeaway tub. I probably should have done this first, open up my corn flour, and I do happen to have scissors close by. I have given you, no, I didn't give you measurements, just because it depends on how much you want to make as well. So I'm going to pour the corn flour in there. Basically just don't put the whole thing in, because if you add too much water then you can't fix it. But other than that, chuck your corn flour in. I am going to reuse, so we've got the watered down food colouring already here. I'm going to use blue and green. With your little ones, you know, use it as an opportunity to discuss colours, bit of science as far as cause and effect or mixing different substances. So I've got blue and I've got green. So what colour do you think it will make? It is a little bit tricky. If you had, say, blue and yellow, it would be a little bit easier. Right. This just gives them an opportunity as well to practice that pincer grip and those fine motor skills. I'm pretty sure in the instructions I said to add the colour to the water because it makes it so much easier, and I forgot my own instructions as usual. Look at the colour, isn't it pretty? I can actually use a bit more space on the camera here. I'm so used to being stuck in a small area. Now my spoon has Play-Doh all over it from the last video, so I'm not going to use my hands. I'm going to use the end of a paintbrush to mix it. Now Oobleck is, well, it has the qualities of both a liquid and a solid when you get it right. Ugh. See that? It's cracking. And then as soon as you take off the pressure, it turns back into a liquid. I'll show you more when it's mixed together. It is quite hard to mix because it does resist and turns into that solid when there's pressure applied. See it cracking? Actually, here, I'll hold it up a bit closer. Hopefully there's not a hole in the bottom of my container. No, there's not. See it? And then it melts. It's really cool. I'm going to go mix this and I'll be back in a sec. When you've got most of the dry bits out, it's almost easier just to get your hands in there. Plus it's more fun. It doesn't really make a huge mess unless you go and put too much food colouring in, then it just colours your hands. But it tends not to. This is still a bit dry, hang on. See there, it's in a bowl, and then it melts. And then we'll turn back into a liquid, and see it's running through my fingers there. And then I squeeze it, and it's a solid, and then a liquid again. It's really cool. For the sensory bag, I need it a lot more liquidy, but I would definitely let your little ones play with it. Hang on, I'm going to add a bit more liquid. I'll definitely let them play with it first, like this, provided they actually like the feel of it. Some kids won't. Mine do. They just make such a mess. They get it out on the kitchen table with their Lego people and they add all sorts to it. It's a really good open-ended activity as well, to just give them this and then see how they play, rather than telling them they have to do it with a sensory bag or play I Spy or that sort of thing. There we go. Oh, I'm making a right mess here, aren't I? Look at that. Blah. I think one of the suggestions, some of you will hate me, but that's all right, is to build with Lego blocks or Duplo blocks, and then to pour this over it, because it's really cool just to watch. See, I haven't mixed the colour there well, and it's all marbling in my hands. And then squeeze it. Look, you can tell I love this stuff, don't you? Or can't you? All right, I'm going to get this off my hands. I've got to get it off before I can touch the camera anyway. And then I will, all right, hang on, get it off one hand. I'll be back in a sec for the next part. I've changed my mind. I'm not going to be civilized. I'm going to make a mess. And then you know you will have the option as far as you can go messy or the cleaner way. what I'm going to do to start is to just put it straight onto the placemat. This is a plastic one, but just make sure it's laminated first because this will be downloadable on the website. So I'm going to cover it. I won't use all of it. And then use it as an I Spy mat to push away. And I found a fire engine. And then to let it melt over again. And then I Spy a taxi. Hang on, we'll put a bit more on. So this is a fire engine one. I think there'll be, with this day 2, there's 3 different ones. There's a police one as well and a farm one. So different placemats to choose from. There's a blue car. There's a building on fire. It just has really odd qualities. And it's fun to play with. And you can see as well, it's not leaving residue behind. I mean, after playing, I would rinse it off, but it's not sticky or gross. All right, yes, look at my hands, but you know, it washes off easily. It's also fine for your little ones who are putting things in their mouth. I mean, no, I wouldn't encourage you to go and eat it by the handful, but for your little ones who still are putting things in their mouth, it's not toxic. That was more my point. I wonder if you hold it up, yeah, it's all going to run off and make more mess. All right, I'm going to go this time, grab a Ziploc bag and water it down and try it that way. All right, hang on a sec. All right, I've got my Ziploc bag. I'm pretty sure, I probably should have done this first. Nah, hang on. I'm going to pull it off that way. There's worse things to have on your kitchen bench, I suppose. Plasticine being one of them. All right. Oh, I'll just put that on top. I'm going to add more water. I'm not sure how much. I suppose in putting it in a Ziploc bag, it does need to be more watered down. You do lose that solid quality, I suppose. But it's still good for I Spy. It looks like it's mixed, but there's a good deal in the corners that aren't quite so much. So I'll mix that in a bit more. This is really good for hand strength. It looks easy. It's really not. There we go. So that is most of it mixed. As you can tell, the colours are mixed in too this time. So it's a lot runnier, but it goes thicker when I squeeze it together. Another good idea would be to put it in a glass casserole dish and then your picture underneath. Can you see through? This isn't deep enough, but can you see the picture at the bottom? If it was thinner, I don't know if I've even got one. Well, not a clean one anyway. All right, so I'm going to pour that into a Ziploc bag. Ew. I haven't actually done this before. I've seen it done. Pretty sure it works. To get the air out. Would be better if my hands weren't so gross. I think most of the air's out there. All right, I'm going to clean up because this is a mess. I'll be back in a sec. All right, I'm back and I'm not quite so messy. Clearly used too much food colouring again, but if you're not too bothered by that, then don't worry about it. Yeah, thanks, chick. Now for this one, I may have it a bit too thick, or we may just have to use more than 2 fingers. There you go. Look, I can see a train. What else can I find under here? I probably should have used a bigger bag as well, which I do have, but now that it's in here, it's going to stay in here. All right, that would be a building. There's an ambulance. Can you see that? Here, let me zoom in a bit. There's a fire engine around here somewhere. This is actually a really good bilateral coordination one. So again, both hands in the middle of the body and finger strength in that pushing away that oobleck, which wants to rush straight back, is actually quite hard. There we go. There's a fire engine. You didn't see it for long, did you? There you go. What else have we got in there? Here, there should be a person. So you can really use this with any picture. There you go. But these are available on the website. There's a little man there. All right, you get the point, yes? Oh, make sure you seal it properly. Short of that, it's just fun to play with. That's not going to seal now that I've got Oobleck in the seal, so I'd better stop touching it. All right, I'm going to go. I will talk to you soon. Bye.